Thank you so much. You want me to stand or sit? Thank you. Thank you so much. Lovely being here. Dr. Siddharth Pandey, Dr. Senior Pandey, it was such a delight to meet you. I'm so happy to be here in Kolkata, and I have brought my mother along with me. My mother is 78 years young, and she's here right in front, and she's from Kolkata. My father and my mother met for the first time in Kolkata, and if they had not met, I would not be here. That's my sister there too. So I'm very happy. I feel like I'm amongst family. With this distinguished panel, what I'd like to do very quickly is tell you just my feelings about why I believe that India is a superpower, not from the numbers perspective, but from a behavioral perspective or from a people perspective, since it's Hrd India. And I'd like to take on INDIA and talk about each one of these as an acronym. I is inclusivity or inclusiveness. India has wisdom, ancient wisdom. We talk about data. Data, when you put it together, it becomes information. Information, when you collate it and put it under some headings, it becomes knowledge. But we need to move now from the age of knowledge to the age of wisdom. And I believe that India is best poised to be the Vishwa Guru, the teacher of the world, to move from knowledge to wisdom. Because knowledge can be acquired, knowledge can be retrieved, knowledge can be stored, and knowledge can be processed much faster by machines created by human beings. But wisdom is another ball game altogether. Wisdom is about consciousness. What is the wisdom? What is the ancient wisdom that we have that can be applied to modern times, to modern leadership? That is the essence of the acronym that I'm sharing with you, where I is for inclusiveness. Inclusiveness has been part of our wisdom from time immemorial. The Sanskrit saying is Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. So all this talk about DEI, all this talk about diversity, go out into India or any of the streets, you will see diversity. Diversity is part of our DNA. And inclusiveness is part of our psyche. That is I, inclusiveness. N is for nowness. Being in the now. Being in the present moment. How many of you heard of mindfulness? Can I see a show of hands? Where did mindfulness come from? John Kabat-Zinn went to Sri Goenka Ji, who taught Vipassana, and tried to understand the meditation technique of Vipassana. All he could understand properly was one part of it, which is right at the beginning part, that's called which he named mindfulness. Took back to America. He set up the Institute of Mindfulness in California, which was a great service to humanity, but we need to recognize the origin. The essence of all meditative techniques is being in the present moment or being in the now. What do you mean being in the now? We are all in the now. But being in the now, we are in the now, but where is our mind? There is a Sanskrit saying, which I will not tell you, but I will translate into English. It says, the mind is like a drunken monkey bitten by a scorpion. Drunken, if you don't understand, you will, as I understand, Siddharth has promised an evening after this. Monkey, of course, we came from there, bitten by a scorpion, it's all over the place. Which means the mind is not in our control. Are we mastering our mind, or is our mind our master? The ancient traditions, meditative practices, philosophies of India, there are so many. There's diversity there too. Have all focused on first gaining control of our mind and being in the now. That is nowness, which we call sthirta. Unless you have a certain stability, if you're always anxious, anxiety depression, suicide, loneliness. 61% of young people in America are lonely. I went to London last week. Oh, by the way, Dr. Siddharth Pandey, I have only one citizenship, and that is Indian. Only one passport. It's just got a lot of stamps on it. I went to London. I went on a tube train, and I saw people there. They were looking so serious. So, you know, when you look, nobody was smiling, nobody looks at each other in the eye. I said, wow, because I teach happiness. I said, wow, this is great market potential. So, not smiling or being depressed, or being sad, or being angry, it's the same energy. How most of our minds are either in the future, we are anxious about the future, or in the past, we are regretful about the past. We are not in the now. So that's the end or nowness which India can teach the world. WHO says that there is going to be a mental health pandemic. We already know what the pandemic is. Mental health pandemic in the next 15 years. Almost every family will have somebody with some mental illness. We need to change that. And India is poised to be able to do that, because India, old tradition, understands how to use the mind and how to be in the now. Nowness is also about the D, I-N-D. I was inclusiveness, and it's nowness. D is detachment. Can we be detached? Can we be a witness? Can we have what Krishna told Arjuna as Sakshi Bhav or Drashta Bhav? Look at things from the outside without getting so involved in the psychodrama of things that you get messed up. We're always creating drama. Can we stay out of it? If you look at many of the challenges that India has handled recently, even on a geopolitical scale, unless you are a little detached, don't get involved in everybody's problems, right? At the same time, have the caring feeling, but be detached. Detachment helps in objectivity. D, detached. Sakshi Bhav, Drashta Bhav. I-N-D, I is involved. This is crazy. This kind of paradox can only happen in India. Be detached, but be involved. How do you be involved? Karmanye vadikaraste ma phalesu kadachana. Be involved in the process. Look at our great panelists here. When they speak, they're involved. You're here, you're involved. But be detached. Don't be so involved that you fall down. Yeah? Don't be so detached that you're only a spectator and you don't play the game and only criticize from the side. So the involvement is required. When we are involved, there's this beautiful thing about identity. Identity is who am I? Who am I is an internal question that we ask in philosophy, but who am I is I am me, I am the body, I am this. Who am I? This is my family, this is my city, this is my country. So leaders are not those who take charge. Leaders are those who take care of those in their charge. So we take care of that which is mine. If we identify with India, India is mine. If we identify with the world is mine. I will take care of what, if I identify with the environment, with climate, this is mine. I take care of that. So that is the involvement part we're talking about. Expand your identity so you can be more involved. Don't sit on the side and only criticize. Last A is about alignment. Alignment is yoga. Yoga is mind, body, spirit. You heard of MBA, right? Masters in Buddhism. This is a different MBA. This is mind, body, Atma. So alignment is about, can we be aligned? Can we be authentic? Can we be ourselves? The mantra, the vachan, the speech, and the kriya. When the thought, speech, and action are aligned, then we are happy. And then we can be even trusted by others. And we can live a life of truth. So this is my feeling with these words. I'd like to hand it over to my panelists. India, I, inclusiveness, N, nowness, D, detachment, I, involvement, and A, alignment. And with this philosophy, with this ancient teaching, India is a superpower. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Avinash. Very nicely and briefly shared about your vision of India and also how India, inclusivity and how very simple words from bringing ancient knowledge and merging it with the modern, amalgamating it with what we can really practice. Thank you so much for this, and now I request Adarsh, the energy expert. I learned a lot about him, that he's a marathon runner and whatnot, but let me give a mic to you and share about your...
Thank you, my esteemed co-panelists, distinguished guests. I am truly honored and humbled to be here as a part of this discussion, which is India is a superpower, because it's very close to my heart. In what we can say in Hindi, हाँ दिल है हिंदुस्तानी, and I say that with pride. I'll start with a quote from, a timeless quote from the great Abraham Lincoln. He said, almost all men can handle adversity. If you want to test the true character of a man, give him power. It's so profound. If you look at it, I think it stands true for a nation, a sovereign also. The true character of a country lies not how it handles adversity. We have 209 countries. Almost all of them have seen very bad times. They've come out of adversity. How many have been able to handle their power to give the world what it wants? So on that note, I'll start with what Pankaj touched upon. He's touched upon the numbers. The numbers are overwhelming. We've seen some great numbers coming in from everywhere, which speaks in favor of India. Avinash spoke about the inherent values or character of India. What I would like to also say, it's been a journey of 500 years for a country which was called the Golden Bird till 1520. It's 500 years of invasion, years of colonization, then independence, and then a very complicated democracy. And now I think we are on the foothold of what we can proudly say, yes, India's made its mark on the global map, and we are looking like we are going to be the next superpower. This is a world which is full of turmoil at a time when there are two wars going on around the world. We know that there's a lot of disturbance, especially after the COVID pandemic. But let's look at what India has taught the world. What have we used our power for? The test of character has been our inherent pillars. The pillars of peace, harmony, unity, diversity, helping others, providing aid. It's been a phenomenal journey for our country. And I think we have aced it all by doing our best. The most recent example being the COVID pandemic, if you see 3 years back, when we had our own highest population to feed. Yet India pulled out the best vaccination program in the world. And it was announced and recognized by many, many leaders in countries throughout the world that India did the best vaccination program for its 1.4 billion people. in addition to helping a bunch of other countries by supplying free vaccines and developing its own vaccine without a patent. So that goes a long way to say how much we care and feel for the world. That is India for you. Now we look at what is our strength. I spoke of culture. When we talk of culture, we also look at our own population. Our population, which is at the moment everybody says that it's our strength, we've got so many people. We forget that at the back of it, what we have been dealing with when it comes to population. There's poverty, there's in education, there's how we feed the entire population. But we've overcome all of that, and now we are looking at an India which is, the next big power that the world is turning to. China has always been the world's factory. The world has always been only dependent on China. But after the COVID pandemic, everybody wants a China plus one. They are looking for a reliable, a trusted partner in terms of manufacturing. And how is India giving that to them? We have the Foxcons, the Teslas, everybody coming to India to set up bases because they know that what is needed is a trusted and reliable partner in order to meet the challenges of the future. There are so many ways we've helped in manufacturing. If you see science and technology, what ISRO has accomplished by developing 300 satellites for 33 countries across the world. And we have been making more satellites at a fraction of the cost that any other country can do. This is our time and our accomplishment in the technology field. When we talk of defense, we have one of the highest spending, $70 billion annually we are spending on defense. Yet, mind you, not towards any sort of violence. We have never been the one to initiate a war. This amount is going only towards protection and helping the country save itself. And energy, I belong to the energy field. It's such a big challenge. I can see how much demography and terrain problems India has. Yet India has been meeting its renewable energy challenges for the last 3 years and has already committed to meet its renewable energy requirement for the Paris Convention in 2028. So India is going great guns. I'm truly, feeling absolutely proud as an Indian citizen with the journey that's going on. And I think it's only going to get better. The numbers that Pankaj has shown, what the world is looking at, I personally feel India would reach that target much before 2047, what E&Y has given. But that's my take. And I think for India, India 2.0, after 5 centuries, the journey has just begun. So that's my take on India. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Adarsh, for sharing India's vision for being a superpower, and especially the renewable energy and the focus that you are doing, your efforts in technology and all of that will make India faster. And it's heartening to see that you feel that we will achieve even before 2047. So that leaves us with the last panelist with us, Mr. Pradyum, and he deliberately said that I want to speak the last. So it's something special stored, so let's listen to him.
Nothing special, I think, makes you put at ease after hearing such powerful speakers. In fact, I will speak my heart. numbers Pankaj has given, some good information we got from Avi and my co-speakers. See, if you talk about India, 1/5 of world population is in India, and 50% are below 25. If we take below 35, it is around 65%. The average age of people in India is 29. The only requirement as on date which I see as a HR professional is you need to channelize the young energy in a right direction. That will make a superpower. And I am sure by putting those initiatives like Skill India, the new education policy, I think that is giving a way for us to say that yes, we are there. We are the superpower. We always believe what Mahatma Gandhi preached to us. We talk about non-violence. But fact is, we are the third largest military force in the world. We are nuclear armed states. We have the power of making a dent into the regional as well as international security matters. That makes us a superpower. And when I see as an Indian citizen, I now see a Sashakt Bharat, Sabal Bharat. We talk about Sashakt Bharat, Sabal Bharat, which is an empowered and resilient India. The nation which has put its efforts to bring people out of poverty line. People are talking about it. The world is talking about it. We are able to push people from the section of poverty. We are bringing them up by empowerment, by our economic reforms. That is what we can say that we are a superpower. The enhanced access to electricity, housing, water, education. This is all we are looking, this generation, at least for last a decade, I am looking at that how we are moving ahead. We talk about Swachh Bharat. We talk about Swasth Bharat. The Ayushman scheme is the largest health protection scheme in the world, which is being run. We need to recognize those importance of such schemes. I think we had an ability as a nation that we can come towards a common cause very easily, that we realized when the Swachh Bharat came. The impact of Swachh Bharat, you go to villages, you can find it out, that what impact it has brought to India. It is not Swachh Bharat, it is our ability to come together towards a common cause. We fought the pandemic like a nation. Now I am working for Hero MotoCorp as head of manufacturing HR. I was CHR of a mother dairy. I can see the passion of people, those who are bringing milk, procuring milk from the villages and then providing it to the customers. And the passion was that we need to serve the country, we need to serve the farmers. And that passion makes us a superpower. I always talk about Samagra Bharat. These terms are very important. Samagra Bharat, Saksham Bharat. It is all about being an inclusive India. 90% of my population is covered by Aadhaar card. Can you believe it that all my education, all welfare facilities are now being delivered through a single platform? That is where the inclusiveness will come. All my benefits are being directly transferred to people. That is where we are able to bring that society together. You talk about Saksham Bharat. Saksham is like entrepreneur. We are trying to build an ecosystem where all the new entrepreneurs, they are getting a chance to put their efforts ahead. They have a chance to go along with, they are just ruling the world now. So that is what I will always say, that yes, we are on the right track. We were always a superpower. We are superpower, and we will rule the world. Rule the world with empathy, rule the world with collaboration. Not that we want to go and do what other countries are doing. As a country, we know that what our responsibility in this world is. We need to create that sustainable model of governance in India. Satat Bharat. See, we have invested a lot. All my 100 villages are 100% electrified now. We should know this, we should be proud of this. 100% electricity to all villages. If you talk about world order, we are, I think, 4th or 5th in renewable energy, 3rd on renewable energy. In world, we are 3rd on renewable energy. Talk about wind power, we are 3rd. Talk about your solar power, we are 2nd in the world. This is what data I can collect from when I was studying about my country. When I got an opportunity to talk on this subject, I thought, let me go through it. I felt like, yes, we are superpower. That was the feeling which coming when I was researching on this topic. We need to be focused upon what we are doing today. And I'm sure we are going to be the Sampanna Bharat. We will be that Sampanna Bharat where we are targeting to be a 5 trillion economy, say by 2025. That is what we are targeting. I always talk about creating a vision for not only the nation, for organization, for individuals. The vision is important. And that vision is given to us that we need to be 5 trillion economy, US 5 trillion economy by 2025. How will it happen? I think our focus when we are stimulating manufacturing in this country, that is what we are doing. We are now becoming a manufacturing hub for the world. We are focusing on technological innovations. That is what is needed now. When somebody talked about R&D in this country, yes, we need to invest on R&D. That is where the way is. And I'm sure that time has come that we claim that we are a superpower. No doubt in this. And we should feel proud of what we are doing as Indian citizens. And I will end with this, that we are talking about whether how to use Hindi. मुझे हिंदी बोलना अपनी मातृभाषा में बोलना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. And the day has come that we should feel proud. हमें उस चीज़ पे गर्व होना चाहिए. अगर आप अपनी मातृभाषा में बोलते हैं और वो आप में आत्मविश्वास पैदा करता है, तो समझिए कि आप एक सुपर पावर हैं. और मुझे अच्छा लगता है. Whenever I go to different forums, मैं ये कोशिश करता हूँ कि मैं अपनी दिल की बात हिंदी में बोलूँ. और दिल की बात यही है कि मुझे अपने देश से जुड़ना है, आप लोगों को इस देश से जुड़ना है. Nobody can stop us to be a superpower. Thank you.
थैंक यू प्रद्युमन जी, दिल से बोला आपने, बहुत अच्छी बात है. अब मेरा प्रश्न होना चाहिए आपसे है कि आपने बोला कि जो मेरा माइंड है, मेरा नहीं मतलब हम सबका माइंड मंकी की तरह है, बंदर की तरह भागता है चारों तरफ. तो फिर आपने बोला कि मैं जो थॉट, वर्ड और एक्शन को सिंक कर दूं तो आई विल बी रिजॉल्व एंड आई विल रीच टुवर्ड्स हैप्पीनेस. हाउ टू डू दैट विद अ मंकी माइंड टू सिंक वर्ड, एक्शन, थॉट्स, वर्ड्स एंड एक्शन?
क्या बात. When you say monkey mind, हिंदी में अगर कहेंगे वो मन की बात हो जाती है. That's different. Sir, I'll take your help, please. Just to hold the mic here, so I can answer the question. Could you do this with me, please? Put your hands together. Namaste. Maybe ताली नहीं. Namaste. Namaskar. Put your hands together. Do it, please. Thank you. You guys, it's like you're watching a movie. We're here with you. Thank you so much. Put your hands together. Now, repeat after me, please. I feel what I feel. I think what I think. I say what I say. I do what I do. I want what I want. मैं एक बात में फोन करके आप प्लीज, हाँ, फोन जरा बंद करके. हाँ, थैंक यू. सारे ग म प ध नि सा. Wanting, feeling, thinking, saying, doing, knowing, being, wanting, I guess, huh? So, all I'm saying is that just as you have the notes of music, just as, give you some rest, sir. Just as you have the notes of music, just as you have 0 and 1 in computers, yeah, in binary language, similarly, there are faculties of the mind. What is the mind? The mind wants something. Buddha said, "Ichha chhod do, stop desiring." Huh? But some smart guy asked him, "But how do you reach that state of desire?" He said, "I am first desiring." So you cannot stop wanting. Feeling, shut your feelings. You can't shut your feelings. You have to manage your feelings. Stop thinking. Oh my God. Saying, doing, knowing. These are the things we are always doing. The problem is we want something else, feel something else, think something else, say something else, do something else. We say we will arrive on time and we don't do it.